Hello YouTube, welcome to the Bakerloo line at Elephant and Castle. Today we're waiting for a train to arrive onto this platform, at which point we'll be entering it and driving it back up the line to Queen's Park, then returning it up to the depot. Sorting out my stuff. Cool, so the Queen's Park depot should get there at about 5:30. It's about 5 p.m. Quite a noisy train, there's a lot. Hello Cloudy Maker, hope you're well. Hello all, let's jump in here. Not quite ready yet. Go ahead and turn some of our lights on here, we don't need that big red light on. Gonna chuck on the right side lights only. Pop our key in. Switch ourselves on. And take over this train. Okay, we have a yellow light. We're going to run into the emergency brakes. We should get a red light. And then we'll release the brakes and we should get a green light. Go into minimum braking, cut that out. Do a traction control active test. We have that operated. Down here we have those lights on. And up here we don't want to be going to where we're at, we want to be going to Queen's Park. And we'll open the door. Again, just a good squiz outside, everybody has left already. Pretty close to an empty train, we've probably got a few people down there somewhere that have jumped on. No one's picked the first carriage, which is all fine for me.
This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Just checking that that works. Yes, it is.
This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Cool, messages are working. We're leaving in about 1 minute. Nice and quick turnaround. As they should be. Just picking up some of the brake pressure. So when the brake pressure is the white one next to the red one, that means the brakes are ready to release. And next to that is miles per hour. Another train coming to the platform next to us. Yeah, not too bad. So once we get up into the depot at the end of this trip, in about an hour from now, we'll head over and look at some of the new additions that have come in the last couple of months. Till then though,
This train is ready to leave. Please mind the doors.
no, the other guys at the back of the train did that for us. We just jump in the front. We'll assume they did that. It's polite of them to do that. They drove the train here, so they should shut it down right. The fact that the train is operating as it should suggests to me that they've at least taken the key out of the back. In the 15 zone, currently doing a little bit fast. Dragging the back of the train through the gap.
The next station is Lambeth North. Exit here for the Imperial War Museum.
Cool. Just checking my own volume. I think we're a little bit low on the volume today, so I'm just going to need to pick up something here. Yeah, it's going to be complicated. All right. There we go, back up to normal power. And we bring it to a stop. Open the doors.
This is Lambeth North. Exit here for the Imperial War Museum. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Cool, I'm happy with that. I think we're up to full power on the volume. Got a couple of seconds before we go.
Please stand clear of the doors.
And we're ready. That's where the depot comes down from. Hi there, Rossi. Yeah, quiet Thursday night. Big day tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm waking up really early in the morning, driving in almost halfway to the city, parking my car, going to work in the office, coming back to my car like 10 minutes after I finish work, and go off to live action roleplay to bash some people with some rubber swords while dressed in armour and playing trumpet. Do that until like 11 PM and then drag myself to bed after having been outside the house for something like 18 or 19 hours. There we are.
This is Waterloo. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Jubilee, Northern and Waterloo and City lines and National Rail services. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Couple of seconds to go. A bit of a long stop here. We need to wait until the 2 minute. Close enough to the 2 minute.
Please stand clear of the doors.
And off we go. Hi Mr. Ducky. Didn't feel like flying today because that takes some brain work, and I wanted something a little bit, you know, low brain. This is the second week back in the office and I'm pretty tired. It's a nice little easy train.
The next station is Enhancement. Change here for the Circle, District and Northern
train driving is a little less cerebral, less planning work. You just like jump in and go. Apart from when you miss, you stop slightly there. There we go.
This is Embankment. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District and Northern lines. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Yep, very much so. Let's get that all closed.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Green light, off we go. Yeah, that's how easy driving a train is. Green light, go. Red light, stop. Speed limits. Open the door, close the door. Yeah, easy. And you get the lovely announcements from the underground.
Exit here for Trafalgar Square, National Gallery and National Portrait Gallery.
A little bit closer to the ground, or even under the ground, as the case is right now. And one little broken light on that one. Yeah, I'd love to have Melbourne Metro or something like that. Or a Sydney Trains one too, that'd be fun. Going, if I was to do a Sydney Trains add-on, I would make the North Shore line with the Harbour Bridge crossing. Metro, I'm not sure. I'm thinking upfield because it's a little bit bizarre and you've got all those weird level crossings everywhere. And it's a little shorter than the other lines. That said, the Craigieburn Broadmeadows line wouldn't be half bad because you get a lot of varied traffic. You get all those diesels going up into the country, including freight line. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm not just saying that because it's my home line.
This is Piccadilly Circus. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Yeah, the Sydney one, well, it works pretty well, you know. You only get to play the game every couple of days, much like the trains. The trains only run every couple of days, don't they? I see a red signal up ahead. Just going to wait on for a second.
Please stand clear of the doors.
And they're green. Good thing about Sydney trains, you can just run late and it's fine, that's normal. I saw that turn yellow to green as we approached it. '20 zone. And a 30 zone. I know this is like the basic default train for this simulator, but I still like it better than the other ones.
This is Oxford Circus. Change here for Central and Victoria line. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Just feel like it's a little bit more immersive than the others.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Hi there, Adam. Yeah, Piccadilly would be nice. From London Heathrow, yeah. We do have the Gatwick Express on the other add-on for this simulator. It's not too bad. Might have to do that just before across the pond, the Gatwick Express to Gatwick, and then fly the plane out from there. Not sure if I'll get a slot for across the pond, but I think today's the last day to express your expression of interest for across the pond. So get across the pond, ctp.vatsim.net, and sign up for across the pond. It's not far away, 2 weeks away, I think it is. There's a kind of lottery system, so that if you're successful, you'll be given the opportunity to book your slot. And if you're not, then the next round of people will get it. That's so they don't all jump onto the server at the same time, and people with the slowest internet lose. This Regent's Park it is.
This is Regent's Park.
Cool.
Exit here for local buses to ZFL, London Zoo. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone. Please stand clear of the doors.
And off we go. Keeping the time easy. Darko Gaming, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the underground train. Bit different from Monday when we were flying around in a helicopter. Or the weekend before that when we were flying in a CRJ at 41,000 feet. Or was it CJ4? And a 747 at some point in the weekend before that too. Yes, vehicles quite relaxing, this train sim, as long as you keep your eye on the road.
The next station is Baker Street.
Takes quite a bit of concentration. Red lights. That's alright, we'll stop at the station anyway.
This is Baker Street. Change here for the Circle, Hammersmith and City, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines. Exit here for Madame Tussauds.
It's a 35 for straight ahead and a 10 if you're turning. We're not turning. But we do need to wait here until that red light. Or at least until the schedule clears. Should be good to go in a couple of seconds.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Green light. And we head straight on. You like the old train sim? Yeah, it's a little bit solid. That's alright. Marylebone.
This is Marylebone. Change here for National Rail Services. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
And off we go.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Edgware Road. I do have to remember Edgware Road is a slightly shorter platform than the other ones. I think we're going downhill slightly, so the brakes need to be on point.
The next station is Edgware Road.
Ten seconds, so we don't want to do it too fast. 5. About there.
This is Edgware Road. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone.
Another train coming in on the other direction.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Pretty close together, these stations. Also slipping a little bit behind the time, so I'm going to push it a bit harder for this one. It's relaxing, but it's not, you know, it's not something you can take your attention off to do things like chat on your stream. Otherwise you'll lose time. Slowing down for the 20. There it is.
The next station is Paddington. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Big turn here. You can hear those wheel flanges really squealing away as they go around the corner. That's what happens when your train doesn't have differential gearing. Makes noise. Oh, Infinite Flight, how you doing? There we are.
This is Paddington. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District and Hammersmith and City lines. And National Rail Services. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone. Please stand clear of the doors.
Eke a bit forward, and we've got the green, off we go. Darko Gaming, yeah, I agree, I do like this game a lot, and I actually like this particular route, probably the best out of all the routes that I've purchased. And this is the default route, so you know, it comes with the best one to start with.
The next station is Warwick Avenue. Exit here for Little Venice.
And we'll vote there.
This is Warwick Avenue. Exit here for Little Venice. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow and Wealdstone. Please stand clear of the doors.
And going. Also been quite busy. Work and travel. I forget how much time is eaten away from your day by sitting in a train, going to an office and coming home at the end of the day. That's 2 hours a day that I used to use for trumpet practice, planning simulations, cleaning, getting my, Soulcraft costumes ready. And all that time is now sitting on a train. Quite appropriate that we're doing a train sim today. Because this is where all of my real time is being sunk into, sitting in the passenger compartment of something like this.
The next station is Maida. This is a Bakerloo line.
There's another broken screen there.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Kilburn Park will be the last underground, then we hit Queen's Park and do a return.
The next station is Kilburn Park.
Kilburn Park, last of the undergrounds. We're going above ground for the next station.
Please stand clear of the doors.
One thing I do like about these Bakerloo line trains, the 1972 stock, is the windows are quite large out the front. You get a good amount of visibility from the driver's cab, even though you can't see anything because you're underground. But they try. Out we go. Coming up on the 15, a little bit of brakes. Got red over green.
The next station is Queen's Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for London Overground.
Queen's Park in the daytime.
This is Queen's Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for London Overground. This is a Bakerloo line train to Harrow Wealdstone.
Okay, we should have no passengers on right now. They should all be left. Let's double check. We're good. Closing the doors.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Don't think we're allowed past yet. Siding 23. Nope, we have to sit here. At the red. I think we need to go straight ahead. There's another train there already. So they need to leave first. That's right, we've got 10 minutes. Just hold on the brake for now. I think someone just rang me. No, that was an alarm. Waiting. Yep, he's moving. And we can go. $10 miles an hour. Okay, once we come to a stop, we'll only have about 5 minutes to get to the other end, so not much time to waste. Just kind of get in, shut down, go. There's our red lights. Righto, let's shut her down. Take the key with us. Pop the gauge light off. Headlights off. Tail lights are on. Go to Elephant Castle. And let's head through the train. Now this train says it's going to Elephant and Castle. It's actually more like Waterloo. And then we become a terminating train in the main train yards at London Road. Halfway through the train. Be funny if you could drive it from there. One more to go. And we've got about 4 minutes before we need to go again. Okay, up here we are. It says Elephant Castle. We should be Waterloo. There it is. Gauge lights are on. Everything else there is good to go. Keys in. Go to enter. Over here we want that on. Cool. Brake is charged, ready to do a test. Emergency brakes. Red light. Brakes off. Green light. Test off. And run that test. Traction test is run. We're ready. About 2 minutes left till we can move. I've got a little add-on where you can open the main front door there and jump out onto the railway. Suggest not doing that while it's moving. Oh yeah, that's right. We need our announcements ready to go. I'm sitting there going, we don't have much to do for now. Whereas we do.
This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle.
Queen's Park.
This is Queen's Park.
Okay, that's all set up, ready to go. All we need now is a green light. No one's on board the train right now. I'm sure that'll change once we get into the platform. I think that train's waiting for our position, much like we were waiting for the one in front of us. It would be nice if they let us out first. But let's ask for it. We're ready to go. There we are. We're allowed out. It's 10 on the way out of here. And 15 at this point.
This is Queen's Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change
Back on the road
here
again.
for London Overground. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Green light. Okay, it's 35 on the way down the hill, and then 30 once we're in the tunnel. There's a 35. And we're heading downhill, so I need a little bit of brake as we
The next station is
approach the station here.
Park. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle.
Gooder! I think it's only like 40 minutes from here to the end.
Please stand clear of the doors.
And we're good to go. Okay, Maida Vale's up next. We're at 35 into a 30 after Maida Vale.
The next station is Maida Vale.
Nice and simple announcement. Next station is Maida Vale, the end.
This is Maida Vale. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle.
Keeping those announcements basic. Off we go.
Please stand clear of the doors.
To 30 zone, we're at 30. It's 30 for the corners.
The next station is Warwick Avenue. Exit here for Little Venice.
To 35 at the moment. And into the stop. Reverse lockout. Open it up.
This is Warwick Avenue. Exit here for Little Venice. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
We're going to have one miss. That was our miss of the day. $35 now, 25 soon.
The next station is Paddington. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District and Hammersmith City lines and National Rail Service.
There's a 25.
This is Paddington. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District and Hammersmith and City lines and National Rail Services. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
$20 zone. and change to 30.
The next station is Edgware Road.
Edgware Road. That's where the Circle Line is based, isn't it? Edgware Road.
This is Edgware Road. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Just a reminder that this is actually a terminating service going up to London Road. Not all the way to Elephant. It'll be fun to get up into the yard.
The next station is Marylebone. Change here for National Rail Services. This is Marylebone. Change here for National Rail Services. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle.
Connecting every part of your London.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Making reasonably good time. Though I did slam the brakes on a couple of stations back.
The next station is Baker Street. Change here for the Circle, Hammersmith City, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines. Exit here for Madame Tussauds.
Baker Street's on the Circle Line too, isn't it?
This is Baker Street. Change here for the Circle, Hammersmith and City, Jubilee and Metropolitan lines. Exit here for Madame Tussauds. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Regent's Park up next. We've just been joined from another track. .30 zone.
The next station is Regent's Park. Exit here for local buses to ZFL, London Zoo. This is Regent's Park.
Regent's
Exit
Park.
here for local buses to ZSL, London Zoo. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
It's the announcements that really make it for this particular route. Without those announcements, this would be half as fun. Maybe not half, but you know, not as fun. We have a 25 zone coming up, but currently in a 30. So I'm going to go ahead and accelerate.
The next station is Oxford Circus. Change here for Central and Victoria.
25. Down to 20 for the next turn. Starting there. Quite small radius turns, those two. Almost like someone forgot to align the stations together, so they had to cut the tunnel kind of zigzag.
This is Oxford Circus. Change here for Central and Victoria line. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
Off we go. Stopped a little bit too far forward on that one, only by about, you know, 5 inches, half a metre, maybe less than half a metre, 30 centimetres away. Still a little bit too far. .30 zone.
The next station is Piccadilly Circus.
The tiny little
Between the train and the
tunnel
platform.
entrance here is hilarious.
Here for the Piccadilly line. This is Piccadilly Circus. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Piccadilly line. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle.
Piccadilly for the second time today.
Please stand clear of the doors. .25 zone, and off we go.
Hi there, Paul. Hope you're well. Driving the train.
Exit here for Trafalgar Square, National Gallery, and National Portrait Gallery.
20 zone. Thought we'd drive the train today, since I seem to be spending far more of my life sitting in the passenger compartment of a train these days than I'd ideally like to.
This is Charing Cross. Change here for the Northern Line and National Rail services. Exit here for Trafalgar Square, National Gallery, and National Portrait Gallery. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
I quite like some of the weirder scenarios, like the one we're doing right now. We're going to be terminating the train at Waterloo and then going up into the, essentially the stabling sheds for the trains. Kind of little weird turnarounds. Also, the Bakerloo line is just gorgeous.
Change here for the Circle, District, and Northern lines.
Especially with the announcements going. You can read in the description how I get the announcements. It's a bit hacky, but you know, it's not part of a simulator. Unfortunately, it really makes it.
This is Embankment. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Circle, District, and Northern lines. This is a Bakerloo line train to Elephant and Castle. Please stand clear of the doors.
And off we go. Green light. Waterloo's the next one. Yeah, I'd love an Australian route as well. Also, they're talking about a steam train coming. It's going to be a UK steam train, I'm sure. But, you know, a steam train is coming.
Change here for the Jubilee, Northern, and Waterloo and City lines, and National Rail services. This is Waterloo. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Jubilee, Northern, and Waterloo and City lines, and National Rail services. This is Elephant and Castle, where this train terminates. Change here for the Northern line and National Rail services. All change, please.
All change, all out. Just going to jump out of the seat to make sure that we have an empty cabin. We do. Very nice.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Empty train. Off we go. we're going to head up out of the tunnels, up into the stabling sheds where these trains are maintained and washed and all that fun. 30 zone. Okay, we're crossing over. 15 zone, up we go. I've been at the office, this is my second week in. It's been a bit annoying, but you know, lots of sitting on trains, funnily enough. Getting into the office and back. I've been on 5 days a week in the office for a few weeks now, about 2 weeks. And I've got another 3 weeks to go, and then I'll be back into working from home on an evening shift. So it's kind of been a few weeks, like 1 or 2 weeks at home, and then 1 or 2 weeks in the office. So my night shift is at home, my day shift is in the office. I like the day shift better, but I hate travelling on the train. So it's kind of like, do you want to waste a heap of that time on sitting on a train for real, or do you want to work the night shift? And there's advantages to both. For the day shift, I get to go and do things like Milk Run Monday and Swordcraft, where I get to dress up as a knight in shining armour, play knights and stuff, which I'll be doing tomorrow. There's a red. Some of those reds that you're allowed to pass. But you have to do it nice and slow. Yeah, 5 days a week in the office for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And then 5 days in home for 2 or 3 weeks. Gotta say, I enjoy the office better. In its own way. Makes me more productive. Here we are at the London Road Depot. Come up here and we come to a stop. Contact the signaller. And then proceed. Into the shed. Yeah. It's not so much the fact that it's a train, it's just the fact that it's a 2-hour slice out of your day that you don't get back. Like when I work at home, I'm literally just playing the trumpet seconds before and or after work. Instead of sitting in the train for that hour, I get to practice trumpet for an hour. Cool. And we'll return to the free room so we can shut down the train. Take the key out. Get ourselves shut down. gauge light off, cab light doesn't need to be there. Tail light is in, saloon lighting is off. Not in service. That's the board direction there.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the doors.
Wonder what it would be like being a train driver. Competitive, I'm told. You have to pass all of those tests. Tests that I probably won't pass. But we can pretend. So there's the train that we just arrived on. Bunch of other ones up here. Over here we have a funky little special train which is part of an add-on pack. Doesn't have any livery on it, it's just like silver. Inside that's pretty much the same train. Doors are a bit quieter. Cabin, essentially the same thing. Can't open the front door because we don't have that add-on for this particular train. And it doesn't tell you to stand clear of the door. It whistles at you. London Underground simulator. Well, it is London Underground, and it is a simulator, so you know, most of the way there. I can hear a train. Is that coming? Going? Going underneath? Anyway, we'll go and walk up to the staff car park and end it. Hope you enjoyed the stream. 2 drives, I guess. That was Elephant Castle up to Queen's Park and then back down to, well, right there. And we're back outside in the happy sunshine. Couple of cars parked up here, we can't jump into them. They're just static objects. Nevertheless, that was, yeah, Bakerloo line. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed the nice little relaxing drive of a train. Looking towards the weekend, we do have a Friday night ops. I believe it is Anchorage and Vancouver, Seattle, that kind of stuff. I'll probably be there. Till then though, I have been Mr. Playback. Bye for now.